Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are diving into the working of an FTIR instrument, that is Fourier Transform Infrared Spectroscopy. It is used to identify functional groups and characterize materials by analyzing the infrared absorption spectra. So here we utilized the Agilent Technologies Cary 630 FTIR instrument. So, before placing any sample onto the instrument, we ensured the surface was clean to avoid any contamination or interference in the spectra. So, for this, we used isopropanol along with lint-free cleaning tissue to gently wipe the sampling area. This step is crucial to maintain the accuracy and reliability of the results. Let's begin by cleaning the instrument. Take one clean tissue and wipe the crystal base thoroughly and make sure there is no residue left, especially not from previous samples. This is important because even a tiny bit of leftover material can affect the results. So don't forget to clean the tip of the crystal too. When you are working with solid samples, there is a good chance the crushed crystals will stay behind. So clean until it's spotless. Alright. So you might want to wait a moment to let any solvent evaporate. Otherwise, it might still show up in the background spectra. Clean it again if needed. Better safe than sorry. Next, we check the crystal. If it's clean and ready, we move forward. The FTIR is incredibly sensitive. Even a trace amount of contamination can interfere with your results. So make sure your crystal is squeaky clean. So now place a small amount of your sample right onto the center. You don't need much, just enough to fill the tiny slit or at the base. You don't need much, just enough to fill the tiny slit, that little circle with a square in the middle is where the magic happens. So just a pinch of your crushed sample will do. Only a pinch. Next, pressing the sample. So once your sample is in place, screw the press clockwise to compress the crystals. So after pressing, we are going to screw the press. You will feel some resistance. That's when you know the sample is being crushed and properly mounted onto the diamond base. After that, it's time to collect the background and sample spectra. Make sure to save your sample ID before proceeding. Naming your sample helps keeping everything organized. For example, label it as NAM or any relevant code. Next is replicating the scan. It's always good. It's always good to run your sample at least twice. While I did it 3 times, 2 scans are usually enough to confirm consistency. Redo if needed, just to be sure. Once your scan is complete, head over to the details section. Alright, there you will see your spectrum graph. So what exactly are we looking for? Well, typically the graph shows two zones. One is noise and the other is the actual spectrum after calibration. Ignore the noisy region. This is standardized and mentioned clearly in the instrument software. Focus on the peaks region. Analyzing the peaks. So look for significant peaks like those around 3300 centimeter inverse, for instance. If you notice two peaks and one appears broader, that difference can tell you a lot. Different functional groups absorb IR light at characteristic frequencies. For example, a carbonyl group might show a distinct peak at a certain range. You will compare these values with standardized FTIR charts to identify the functional groups in your sample. Then the saving the results. So once you have the data, next you have to save. So the FTIR system saves it automatically. You can also run the test again to confirm the consistency of your results. So after checking everything, or if you want to do again, you can do it now and save it. So after the scan, turn the press anti-clockwise to release the sample. So we can do that after saving here. Yes. So turn the press anti-clockwise to release the sample. It's better to keep a small beaker nearby to collect the used material. Clean the crystal again thoroughly, and any leftover particles might interfere with your next reading. So clean properly. After cleaning this, we can use the isopropanol for a proper cleaning. Then wait for few seconds. We can wipe it slowly, and the tip, don't forget to wipe the tip as well. So next, for liquids, for liquid samples the process is even simpler. All right, so for the liquid, you don't need the stick to press, just place a drop directly onto the crystal base. Make sure it's spread evenly and wait a moment to allow any solvents to dry a bit if needed. After drying the solvent, let's add a tiny bit of the liquid samples, same as how we did the solid sample, a tiny bit. Once the drop is in place, proceed with scan. So change the sample name, maybe you can put any name. Alright, you have to just go to next, and then you can save your name. You can put any name depending on your ID system. So with liquid samples, you won't use the tip to press, just scan and go. And ending skit. That's how you work with an FTIR instrument, from preparation and scanning to analyzing the spectrum and identifying the functional groups. Don't forget to clean up properly and always double check your peaks. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lab tutorials. Until next time, happy analyzing.